Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got war number 2 of season 49. We're going up against LVT. We're going to be taking path 8 in section 1 and the first fight of path 1 in section 2. So first up we have a Joe Fix-It, and there was the fight plan. Gonna be jumping in here with Domino. I don't really have anything to worry about here. I just need to make sure I get my Odin pre-fights on my Domino at some point before taking Killmonger. So I did go ahead and throw them on this first fight so that I have a safety net in case I do get hit. But there was a super bad bit of lag right there, and so I decided I would have to restart my phone. I forgot to do it before the next fight as well, so the next fight also was a little bit sloppy, but I did do it before my third fight, so that one was a lot better. There's my first special 2. I did get a crit bleed. I was just going to back off, but like I said, it was super laggy, and my Domino just wouldn't dash back, so I got hit in the face several times there. So next up, we have a Crossbones, and there's my fight plan there. Just want to bait heavies pretty much. Don't rely on my parry stuns because he'll shrug them off, and that node reduces your defensive ability accuracy for each buff they have active on them, which Crossbones also reduces your defensive ability for each one of his buffs. So basically I just want to get to my special 2, drop it, and he should be either dead or close to it. All 5 of my fights, I had 5 fights this war, all 5 of my fights were against all rank 3s. So it is going to be a little bit of a tough war. I throw my special 2 here. The invulnerability, or the indestructible, comes back right there. I just need to make sure I hit his block a time or 2. He gives me an opening there, so I get a little bit of prowess build up just a little bit more. He takes several of them there. His special 1 didn't quite reach long enough, but from here on, this fight is pretty close to over. So I did end up taking the Hazard Shift Killmonger fight and the Bullseye boss fight, also both rank 3s and very big fights. So the Bullseye boss had just under 900,000 health. I can't remember what the Killmonger had, but it was a pretty beefy amount as well. But next up, we're using Warlock here against Sauron on path 1, and basically I want to just dash back and counter his medium attack with either a light or a medium, depending on my spacing and whatnot. But he gives the same opening as Domino does after her double hit medium, even though his medium is only a single hit. So I'm going to be employing that strat here. I mostly want to start with a parry though, so I can start my infection and get his regen shut off. So I'll get another parry in. I believe that was my last. Nope, I do get one more parry. Now his prowesses are built up. He throws a special 1. He's unblockable. I do the dash back there. Drop my special 2 since he's regenning, and he will be power draining himself constantly. I restarted my phone before this fight, and this fight was a lot smoother than last fight, so I'm not sure if it was the game or my phone, but it seems like it may have been my phone in that situation. And then next up, I'll be moving up to this Maestro. I'm not taking this Maestro though. My alliance mates is going to jump in and take that guy, and then I'll be back. So I'm back. This is the next day now. I dueled Killmonger several times, and then I did some Battlegrounds friendlies to get some Bullseye practice in with Domino. It's not quite the same, but it's about as close as you can get to that fight is Well, about as close as you can get to it anywhere, so that's what I ended up doing for that. This guy, pretty much the only thing I need to worry about is Conflictor. Hazard Shift isn't a big deal. Just try to limit my hits into him while the bleed phase is up. I can hit him when the bleed phase is up a decent amount. I just need to make sure that I'm shrugging them off and not to build too many up on myself. But here, I wasn't going to start with a parry, and then I decided I could start with a parry since I was going to have the white mags pre-fight, but he didn't really give me that opportunity anyway, so it didn't really matter. I did forget to stick my mutant 200% boosts on for this fight, though, which is very unfortunate. I don't think it would have changed the outcome or even how fast I did the fight one way or the other. But here it is with my first special 2. I already got a bleed on me, so this one's going to benefit from my additional crit rating, and I do get a crit bleed on that first special 2. So that was very nice. He's at a special 2. I decided to hit him there just to get his damage reflection on cooldown, and then get ready, drop another special 2. First hit does decent damage, second hit kills him. So that fight went quite well. I was very happy with how that fight went. I don't mind using a potion or two. And then next up, we have the Bullseye boss fight. Going to be using the same boosts. I didn't end up going in with the Power Start 1 because my invulnerability boost hadn't fallen off yet, and I figured if I needed to build some power, I could just bait his heavy and get hit by the second hit of it, and that would give me power while also doing 0 damage due to invulnerability. But I forgot to mention this. Last fight, I jumped in and I stuck on the half suicides, just the bleed mastery, because they haven't updated it yet to where it's just your lesser modified health being taken from suicides. So I did just stick on the bleed mastery, and I have just the bleed suicide on for this fight as well, which I was lucky and was able to shrug it off, so I got a bit of power from that. And then I am going in here. He's going to throw that special one. I'm taking a lot of damage here, and it would have been nice to have the Horseman ability, but I don't really think it's that necessary, and you'll see why here in a minute. So I do get a crit bleed, actually 2 crit bleeds on that special 2, but I got 0 actual crits on the special 2, which is not very common for Domino. Normally you get at least 1 crit, and that would have helped tremendously with the power back boost. And then here I'm getting my perfect block, so I'm getting power up. I throw my special 2 again. I get no crits and no crit bleeds, so completely terrible luck on that special 2. I still have more health than him, and I'm going to be able to throw another special 2 before he even gets to another special 1. And this one, of course it crit when it didn't really need to crit. But that will be it for this war. Shout out to the MVPs here. We did end up losing. They died the first 2 times, and then they completed the rest of the map with only dying twice more. So good on them. We died, I think we had 14 total deaths that war, or maybe 15. But the final boss, they just threw champs at because we'd already lost, and so technically we had 25 deaths. But we only lost, I think it was 14 attack bonus. But that will be it for this one. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.